This is the fourth of our all New York City emergency medicine conferences. Do a quick intro and then we're going to get into the presentations. If you guys have looked at your program, you'll notice that all of the presentations are between 5 and 15 minutes long. That's about the attention span that we have. Someone actually asked me if we could give a break in between the 15-minute talks, like during them, like 5 minutes and then a break and then the rest of it. We don't really have time for that. All right, so back to basics is the theme for our conference this year, or this March. So I want to thank one of my residents who put this together. She asked me to put in another quote if I wanted to, but I fell behind and didn't. So this is sort of the idea with Back to Basics and with the All New York City EM Conference in general, is that we're trying to learn, not just the residents, but the faculty as well, what the information is, what the literature is, and what we should be doing. So we have 10 programs in attendance today, and we'll go through the list of programs, but you can see scattered all over the city. And I just want to give a special thanks on a personal note to the residencies that welcomed us into their house while we were out of service. So Beth Israel, Downstate, Elmhurst, and that's it, right? The rest of you guys didn't want us. We do thank those of you that let us in. Now that Bellevue's back and running, hopefully we've taken some of the weight off of your guys' shoulders. We have a number of different presenters today. Here's the list. You'll have them in your program as well. Our keynote address will be at 10:40 from Dr. Goldfrank, which should be interesting as well. And then just quickly to go through the program that we have. In the morning, we'll have 5 lectures. We'll start with some short ones and then move into a little bit of some of the 15-minute ones. Then the afternoon, sort of the same pattern, some short ones, some longer ones, and the keynote. We'll have lunch around 11:20, and then we'll be back at noon for the resident competition. Unfortunately, we may have one dropout from the resident competition. The bug that's going around has taken down one of our residents. So for the resident lecture competition, we'll have at least 4, maybe 5 different people. The voting will be by audience response as to who wins. There will be 3 judges giving feedback for the presentations themselves. All right, so we'll start with a little bit of a game of Name the Hospital. We are going back to basics, so we thought we'd go back to sort of what the hospitals used to look like. So does anyone know what hospital this was? Anyone? No, this is Lincoln Hospital. This is the old Lincoln Hospital. How about this one? Elmhurst? Right? Absolutely. It doesn't look like this now? There's not a field that you can play Frisbee and stuff in? How about this one? If my residents don't know this, you're going to get a slap in the head. So this is the old Bellevue, and actually if you walk in the front doors, as some people apparently did when they went to the wrong location, even though they were told where to go, this facade is actually still there, but now it's covered by glass and steel. How about this one? Anybody? This is Kings County. This is actually Kings County a week ago, right? Yeah, that's right.
It's actually future plans.
Future plans. How about this one? This is St. Luke's. And this is Roosevelt. Yeah, I think I saw that car parked in front of Roosevelt too. All right, so I also want to say thank you to the other members of the steering committee. Dan Egan, Mike Jones, Derek Hass, Tom Wynn, Koshal Shah, and Mark Silverberg, who have done a ton of work putting all of this together and also putting together the past iterations. Special thanks to a couple people who helped me out. In particular, I want to thank 3 of my second-year residents who have done a ton of work. Daryl Landry put together both this presentation as well as the programs that you guys have in your hands. Keegan and his dad supplied us with the extra tables and drinks that you guys will have for lunch. And Manisha provided our food this afternoon, which is going to be Indian food. She also negotiated a very fair price for it, or unfair as the case may be. Either way, we're happy. So I want to send a special thanks to them for all of the work that they did. I also want to thank the 5 physician groups who are outside, and I encourage you guys to talk to them and mingle with them as well, who provided a lot of the funding to make this event happen. Our next conference is going to be at Mount Sinai on the 23rd of August. We do not have a theme for that one yet, but you'll be finding out as soon as we know. And lastly, there's a Twitter feed going on right now, hashtag all NYC EM 2013. We're trying to move into the early part of the 21st century. Also, if you have questions during any of the presentations, you can send them to me. That's my Gmail address. There might or might not be time for questions during this, but if you send them to me, I will try to get them to the speaker and get your answers for you.